More than 3,000 feet above sea level in the North Carolina mountains is Kid Brewer Stadium, the Rock, home to the Appalachian State Mountaineers, and Boone is ready for this one. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Mountaineers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line in the running game, making its presence felt. Wants to throw. It's Wilcox. He lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Number 3.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mountaineers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Handoff from the gun. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The Mountaineers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Let's talk about App State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll run it from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man on the right. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The corners are walked up tight. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Quarterback will keep it. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Marches ahead. He didn't get there. 4th and goal from the 1, and they are stuffed. And the Canes are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Nice move to keep running. Finds a good hole there and gets 4 to give them a little breathing room out to the 5.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Dropping back, it's Wilcox. Complete on the comeback. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
This one's complete. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Flips it out on the screen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking downfield, it's Wilcox. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. It is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 13 over Georgia State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this.
There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
Finds a man all alone. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Wants to keep it in the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off his red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Jackson will throw. Moving away from pressure. Back open in the middle. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Boone when that town is buzzing as it is today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to make magic with his feet. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Mountaineers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Wilcox. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing.
There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Wilcox. He's got him.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Canes will hustle to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets rid of it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A great catch and run for 6.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Syracuse is currently trailing But if this young star needs a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to San Diego State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create.
Sprinting away. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Griffin. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Working the middle, it's complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with a first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off, accuracy hasn't been great.
Turning it on! They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Jackson gonna throw it. Dumps it to the back. He makes the grab. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wide out. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Makes the catch. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Badgers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So
Breaks into the open. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Wilcox. Hauls it in. Nice move to keep running. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
the thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. Got him downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. You just saw one there on the crossing route.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Badgers offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Canes! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The Badgers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. They booted away on fourth down. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Backed up now. Here's second and long.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gain.
He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Harvin. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now from inside the red zone. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Wilcox. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Man, I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Complete downfield. And what a throw to get it in there. They've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run play action. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Canes want to crank the tempo. Jackson will throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This quarterback, man, is scary fast. I think sometimes he's too fast. I think on a play like that, sometimes when you're on the run, you just want to sort of settle yourself a little bit, get your feet under you so you can make a more accurate throw.
That's caught. It's Clemens. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it. He takes...
It's a running room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Miami.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Akron is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Utah State. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Wilcox. Oh, they're after him. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. There he goes. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Clemens. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. One more snap coming before halftime. The give to the running back from the shotgun. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison.
The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here. Sends it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Burns.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Badgers send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Wilcox. A little release to the back. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Canes in the hurry up.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Grab near the sticks. It's Harvin. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He'll pull it down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes!
It's a phenomenal effort on 3rd down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You gotta love that.
Miami 38, Wisconsin 3.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. From the gun, the ground game.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lofts one high and deep. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
That makes the score Miami 38, Wisconsin 10.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Wilcox. Fires one high and deep. Oh, makes a diving snag along the right sideline.
Well, that's another completion, and this quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's second down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
And he had just enough to will that one home. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just minutes away from putting one in the win column. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's a heat.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It'll be 3rd and long. The quarterback takes a knee. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like to understand, like I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Miami's offense will come out first. Boy, you can go down the list of classic endings in this series, and last year we had one with the Canes pulling it out.
And Miami was the one who got to celebrate because they eked it out, they got the close win, and more importantly, Palmer, they got to brag for a year about beating their in-state rival, Florida State.
They're hoping they can do that for another year, and they know that this is going to be another dogfight. This is simply one of those games at the start of the year. Miami, Florida State, you know someone's winning, but it's not going to be by a lot of points. Miami's hoping they can make it 2 in a row.
The short hands, it's Harvin. Brought down at the 27, it's a 5-yard pickup on the play. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Quick completion to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Wilcox. Flips it out to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Well, look at this. Instead of trying to pin their opponent deep in their own territory, the offense stays on the field to go for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. It's Harvin. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Just keep slinging it. Setting up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Harvin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Got it on the outside. It's Harvin. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Direct snap. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Canes have it with a 1st and goal. Using the quick game. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach. Watching your offense take the field, 1st drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's...
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their 1st drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your 1st play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Working on the right. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Off to the races to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Extra point here will tie the game. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. He might want another play. Jackson will throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum.
Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to throw it again. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. The Hurricanes will have it first and 10.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Miami! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over Louisiana. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Bring in the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Wilcox. Scrambling away. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida State.
Really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback, and when he throws it, go break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harvin. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. To the air on second down. Finds his back in the middle. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Steps away. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw. It's Wilcox. Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. He'll throw on third down. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that was a six-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This will likely be the last play of the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Working that left side now. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands. And you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
They go right back to this guy on second and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Check. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all that athleticism.
Yeah, speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going. And when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's complete to the left. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Noles will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Wilcox. Floating away. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Pulls and fired complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
They'll give it to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 25. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're on the sneak for it. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Smashes ahead. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this. They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Noles! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the block offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Florida State, 21.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Wilcox. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. The Noles heading quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
All right, y'all. We're gonna take a break for a little bit. We've been streaming for a couple hours, so appreciate you stopping in and checking out the stream. Eric, I see you over there. You've been over there during pretty much the whole stream. So, Mac, I appreciate the follow, and yep, thanks for stopping in over there on YouTube as well for everybody over there. So, appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all probably a little bit later on this evening. We'll see what happens, but thanks. Peace.